You can hear clearly now the ringing in my head. Do you believe me now, or do you still think I'm just trying to bring you down, to wreck this to the ground? You think you know me so well. Well, tell me, what will I do now? Can you hear me now? Can I breathe alone? Can I sleep alone? Can I be alone? We all die alone. I can see clearly how a life gets torn away. So easy to let them down when no one knows just what you're thinking. It's hard to laugh when they smile when you're not around, when no one cares you're here. You don't wanna be found. I don't wanna be I won't breathe alone. I won't sleep alone. I won't be alone. I won't die alone. So everybody just sing along, make the anthem known. Know that none of us are alone. Every one of us should feel alive. So open up your open up your It's over, I quit. I'm about as lifeless as it gets. It's not like I'm worth saving anyway. I don't belong here. I never really wanted to be here. Why can't somebody else take my place? Lay me down. I'm so tired, empty inside, alive and uninspired. I'm useless, I'm done. I've written letters to the ones I've loved so much that it hurts to say goodbye. I wanna die. I just don't wanna be alive. Lay me down. I'm so
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Road to Pro video. Appreciate you guys clicking on the video, and I apologize for missing the last week. Had a lot going on, had a lot of stuff to do, and I wanted to kind of like decompress for a second because this, we're on the next part of prep here. 12 weeks out, this is where we really start pushing. pushing the envelope and really kind of grinding and making sure everything, you're setting yourself up for success for the next 12 weeks, because these next 12 weeks really matter. Each and every day matters, but like, you just don't want to wear yourself out. You just don't want to go too hard, too fast, too quick, and then not be able to get to the finish line, or feel so dead at the finish line that you kind of miss the fun part of it. And there is a fun part of this. Like this sport is the most disciplined and like the hardest sport in the world, in my opinion. Like, to be that consistent, that disciplined, that motivated, and that driven for that long period of time, and give yourself everything 110% and everything you have, and then not guaranteed anything. In any of those sports, nothing's guaranteed, but it could come down to somebody beating you by a point and you missing your report card, and missing out on money, and missing out on getting to that next level, getting to that next stage of anything. So it's all the same, but you do a year's worth of work for 30 seconds. Like, that's all you get, is maybe 30 seconds. 30 seconds of limelight. That's like the whole point of this sport, is you go through so much hardship, so much pain, so much adversity for 30 seconds to a minute. And that's crazy. That's honestly crazy. But that's the life I've chosen. That's the life I want to live. Like, I'd rather be in the dark and grind and get my 30 seconds to shine, because I'm guaranteed that 30 seconds, and I'm going to make the most out of that. And I'm always going to make the most out of that. So I love being up on stage. When I did my first 2 shows, and it was like nothing I've ever felt before. So I love that feeling, and I want to be able to make sure I set myself up for that feeling yet again. I don't want to go and do all this work and don't get that feeling. So, but today's topic of conversation is dieting. And I feel like just not even on a bodybuilding standpoint, just regular dieting for the average person. Because I've been getting some questions about it just in real life. I haven't been seeing it online, but like, people will ask, because people in the gym have seen me and they've seen me transform. They're like, I don't understand how, because every time somebody sees me, they're like, you look completely different. And it's true. Like, when my bodies come down, or when I see my mom, or I see my dad, I don't see them all the time. I don't see them very often, but when they see me, they're like, you change, you look different. And I from like every 4 months, I look like a completely different person. Like, and if you guys look back at any of the videos, the last, however many months I've been doing, like, I think it's almost coming up on a year now. I've been doing this for about 10 months. And each month I kind of look like a different human being, because I'm constantly changing, I'm constantly growing, and I'm constantly developing. Like, you should be okay with change. The part of being consistent with the diet, that doesn't change, but the fact that your body's changing constantly and developing and growing, you have to change your diet that goes along with that. So, but to begin with, if you're having to constantly think about food, or like when my next meal is, there's something wrong with your diet. There's something going on. And if you're trying to constantly think about the ways that you can cheat on your diet, rather than just going about your daily life and focusing on other things, there's something wrong with your diet to begin with. And there's a lack of fulfillment in your life that I've found, like, that you're just missing out on. Because if you're just always constantly thinking about food, there's something missing. The goal isn't eat and then think about eating again in 2 hours. Yes, on prep, you're gonna think that you're pretty much starving yourself at that point. But you have to be able to think of other things and focus on other stuff. Having a girlfriend, having a hobby, having something outside of the gym to pursue, rather than it just being like, I'm hungry. Because that's no way to live your life. And at that point, the diet's gonna fall through, and you're just gonna be back to eating Big Macs and Wendy's bacon eaters right off the bat. So the diet has to be locked in to begin with. And a diet doesn't mean you're constantly just eating salads and kale salads, or just eating 99 1-ground turkey, or just chicken and rice. Like, it doesn't have to be like that. You can have your diet sodas. You can go out to like Chili's or whatever, Applebee's, and get yourself a steak dinner with broccoli, get some mashed potatoes. It's the fact that you're going from eating so much processed food, so much unhealthy food, and then trying to completely do a 180 and just only eat clean meals the entire time. And that's going to get, after 2 to 3 weeks, that's good. Like, I'm tired of this. I'm done. I'm just going to eat whatever I want. There has to be balance. There has to be some type of, you know, like I said, balance, or like something that gets you through the day without thinking about food. And for me, it's like, I'll have a diet soda. I'll have some unsweetened, like a little whipped cream on top of my black coffee. Like just little stuff like that to get my taste buds like, oh, that was nice. Onto whatever I'm doing for the day. And then I go to work, or I do whatever. I make videos, stuff like that, or I'm cleaning. That's good stuff. And like, you should set little goals. What I've seen while on prep and while on diet is I set little goals throughout the day. Like, hey, I want to do, like, just laundry is a goal. Like, I want to do laundry. I finished laundry. I'm like, oh, that felt good. I got something accomplished. I did something that I set out to do for the day. Or if it's at work, like whatever I wanted to do at work, got it accomplished. Awesome. Now I want to clean the floor. Now I want to go for a walk. I went for a walk. Like, giving yourself those little boosts throughout the day is what gets you through the day. And then all of a sudden you're stacking up good days. You're not thinking about food. You're like, okay, what am I going to do today? What am I going to accomplish today? And it could be bigger scales, but for me, it's those little things like, okay, I'm going to cook my meals today, and then I'm going to weigh them out. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to get the laundry done. And then once the laundry's done, I'm going to do all those dishes, and then I'm going to work on my video. And then once that video's done, I'm going to go for a walk, and then get some inspiration, do a walk, just watching other YouTube videos, other creators. And then sooner or later, the day's already over. I'm getting ready for bed and doing it all over again tomorrow. So there's always things that you can be doing and like leaning on other than thinking about food constantly. Because I know how hard it can be on a daily basis to be like, okay, I ate something. Oh my God, I'm still so hungry. Like, I need to eat something more. Like, give yourself that 20-minute period and do something else. And I promise you, you're not gonna be thinking about food anymore. You're just gonna be on to the next thing. So get your diet right. Find little things throughout the day that aren't gonna kill your diet, but you like it, enjoy. Like, get some sweet potato fries, like something that you enjoy daily, but isn't gonna break the bank, isn't gonna break the diet. Because you just eating chicken and rice all day ain't gonna help you out. Because after a couple weeks of that, you're gonna be like, this sucks. Or unless you're completely dialed in and you're a fucking monster, you can kill it. But I think I went over my time of speaking. Yeah, I just have a little thing on the clock that I like to look at. I don't want to talk the entire time. I like to just have you guys enjoy a workout and enjoy me talking just a little bit. I don't want to talk for 10 minutes, unless you guys want that. Like, unless you just want like a sit down and vlog type, me talking all the time. I don't know if you guys enjoyed me talking all the time. Let me know what you guys want to hear next or talk about next. I love hearing from you guys. Like I said, sorry for the week of silence. I just needed that for a second, because like I said, these next 12 weeks are going to be killing it. I want to get more than just one video out per week. I think it's not going to be like Road to Pro videos. It's just going to be like little fun stuff, like posing videos, posing sessions, cooking videos, stuff like that. I just want to be able to put more content out during this time, because I know looking back and be like, oh, I wish I would have filmed this while I was this lean and I look good, because it's hard to film all that stuff when you're not in the best headspace of like feeling yourself. Like, I can wear this shirt and be like, yeah, I look good on camera. But then a couple months ago, I would have never put this on because I would have felt so insecure. But now I feel pretty decent about myself. But anyway, I will catch you guys next week. Like I said, the video's going to keep rolling out. And yeah, stay tuned for prep. 12 weeks out. Things about to get dicey.